Okay, we are back. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is more farming. Yeah. Only reason why we haven't, what, I generally didn't do it today, dude. Okay, we're going to go all around. Only reason why we're doing this today instead of what I normally do for Saturday, dude, I had a moment of time. Dude, I have like a cool. Ooh, and we get the hedgehog today. Cool. But half of it, like, I just got tired. Like, genuinely tired. Like, half of it, like, and I'm at not. The other reason is, I have to do. I have to go somewhere like at 9. So we're going like move. I'm going to do a be right back around E4, like 8:50. But like, if like something, I just got told very last minute. Oh, and we can now do the other thing. Hold on. I counted. I did the math. 50, right? 50. Say hello. Say hello to my secret pet. And the hedgehog. Yeah, and then all left it just to keep, like, pretty much. We got the overbloom that I need. Deep fries? What did deep fry provide me? Hash brown. That's a cool one. It gives me the Mr. Beast burger. I like the Mr. But like this is like also gonna be hopefully our last one. Mainly because with hedgehog, one thing that is pretty good is the 0. Oh, I have to do math. 0.7 of a. Is this like a? What is my farming fortune? 356. Okay, and a mushroom. 356. This is. It literally. This is near. Honey jar. Sell. And we have 4. Okay. So again, we should need to boost this up, and I want to check if Hedgehog gets 0.7 per every bestiary tier, per pest bestiary, which means that with the amount that we're doing, we need to get 100 on this. But we have the grind. We have the grind. Because after this, it's just going for this, getting more overbloom in if possible, and I don't know what else. But oh wait! I could do one thing. I could be smart about that. Yeah, I could get 2 levels of that. I could see about boosting up my hedgehog. Yeah, but no. I do. Hold on. Okay, no, as I was saying, like, ultimately, I really want to boost up the hedgehog right now, because even though our farming fortune right now that, and if we go for you, that is literally 7 farming fortune less than actual hedgehog, and hedgehog could boost up more, which means hypothetically, oh no, yeah, but with hedgehog, also hedgehog, it gonna be a really good pet item, mainly because beside hunter insight, boosting overbloom on certain item will definitely boost up some of them. Next to just not doing anything. But I have my grind now. It is just boosting up the hedgehog so I can get more pets boosting effects. Next to finishing up the talisman and boosting up crop and getting the next arm. I put the wrong amount. I put 1 level less. Okay, 1 6. Okay, cool. But the good news is, this grind is actually pretty important. Especially, here's the other thing. Now we're only 11 points away from getting 1 more magic sign. So, and just a reminder, we get 1 for leveling this up to 100. Okay, cool. So we have 2. Our form check. slug check. Now what is 30% more damage on pests? Once we get this to 100, we can go for beady eyes and basically boost up our drop rates. I thought, again, I hear the other issue. I don't know how much this will go per bestiary. The thing is, for garden, for pets, like firefly, crickets, and all that, like, we can get some of them, right? We can get pretty much rat and boost up that. We can basically go into getting more crappies, because after we get crappie, we could basically go for a small crappie grind set. One second. And now we could basically just go for another pest thing. Which again, we just need to go for more crappie. We need one more staff for the talisman, one more for the final grind. So we can go for not the potato, but for complete crappies, and then go for complete squash. So mainly with the skyblock level, this would be a little bit better grind. Because I think, like, I want to check something out. Again, going for this will probably be a little better. We got a new pet that does boost my speed a little bit. We got basically a better overflow pet I needed for one grind for me. And could boost up my strength by a little bit. Which again, I don't even know if it does, because Hedgehog and I'm sorry, I'm looking up one thing. Hedgehog. Yeah, okay. Okay, so literally Hunter Insight will not change. That's good to know, because literally that should mean it's a terrible pet. One that we could use. However, it is important to have, mainly because we could keep going for pets. And the damage is sort of important to go for. Now, not important as, let's say, the mushroom, which, by the way, gives a little better odds. And can give up more items. So I think switching when we have to is probably the best key. Until level 100. Mainly so we can boost up the pet chance of it. Because over time, we also have to remember that we can and will probably get a bigger boost of like farming wisdom from this. And over time, once we get 100, it is a little bit more profitable, I believe. Like, Elephant may be a little bit more profitable as a flat rate. But again, we're about to hit 170 off of this one grind. Hopefully we can get more crappies. That's the only thing. I need more overbloom, and there is a way to get a little bit more overbloom for this. The issue is it's not that effective a way. Unless I go into seasoning. But like, seasoning is good if like after you get like crappies, mainly because it opened up a couple more you can use. Unless of like potatoes, then I not potato, because potato I only need 6 for that overbloom ability. Like, any overbloom is good, and the only one I can get outside of this event is literally deep fries and like cane nuts, which again is not a bad thing, but going for crappies, which is a decent money maker, is more, if like 2% more important. Especially going for a pure run. And there are ways where I could definitely get boosted a little bit. Mainly by trying to get the orchid. Which, by the way, I have to still get one more level before I could do that. And like, there are other things I could do. Okay, after this row, we go in with the overbloom. Yeah, cool. Just reminder. Anytime we can boost up the damage output, we should. Especially if it's a 1.2. There might some other. We could go for potatoes. That's the other factor. That may be a little bit more important. But the route I have going right now is getting copper into 250 so I can get the final upgrade for that. Aim for BD for drop rates. Then when we do get, we can put into the vinyl and start going for slug pets, because currently we need 2 slugs. One that will be used to boost up my bestiary, and one to keep. Then afterwards, it will pretty much be go for like a leaf pumpkin next, or crop or cocoa, to get a replenish. And that just because replenish is a good one to have for like most of the things, including like a safety for like potatoes or punk. Then afterwards, we could do the real grind, which is basically go for squash, then fermented. For the fermented stack. Then after the fermented stack, then the only other grind is a little bit of the hyper and the emergency. Alongside boosting up the talisman of both and putting on more plots. We also have to remember that over time also boosting up the garden XP will be a major key to this. So basically getting ways to boost up is going to be an important factor. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, okay, there are 2% crappie. We also have to remember that the real best thing about this is the overbloom. Getting a 31% increase, getting that on like the same amount as that, and it could give a bit more, will be the key. And we have to remember I get like a couple per time, and any more damage I can get with that could later on make it where my farming fortune is a little bit better. We also have to remember this is not fully leveled yet, and we get about, I believe, 0.2 strength left per time, which once we get 20, that would be sort of good, because that would be about 25. Farming fortune extra. And that not going with the fact that our strength can proactively increase per every magical power. In that eventually going even with damage output and all that, we can basically just go in and do this. And that once we get a level 100 or elite level 80 for that, we can proactively switch out the buzzing with the other enchant. And we also have to remember every second I do that, and every time I get a crappie, we also have to remember that this is probably the safest bet to get one for this. And also the cheapest. And also the other thing is every couple level, I believe 5, we also get 1 strength, which is added to the strength I needed. So we have 5 other ways to do this. We could theoretically get a max based on magical power. And to even add more fuel to the fire, we can also ignore even all that. Because how crappie work, crappies can also give us squash. And not only that, we could get more magic power. Because once we get fermented and tell me the final stage, we can hypothetically get the not the best armor set, not even the good one, but we can go for sort of insane level of reach. And especially if we get Jacob 10, we can start going for gold for all of them to get 5 more levels in farming. Which, by the way, is our best case scenario with this. Okay, I'm going. Okay. Okay, after this row, I'm going to put on to be continue. Be right back because I actually have to. I better go and do that thing. Sorry about that. Be right back. Okay. Sorry, one sec. Okay, well, I'm back. Dude, I had the moment of general irritation. So what happened was I get told, hey, get there at 9, wait 10 minutes, 15. I'm like, okay, I'm calling, I'm texting. She shut off her phone, and then yeah, I don't want the man. I'm like, I'm not mad off that. It's like, I learned something. I learned that theater is like the worst thing to do. It's like the funniest thing I've ever been told. Is that literally theater like does this one thing, and I just don't like it. I don't like it. Because apparently they like stall a little bit, and it's literally it's the dumbest thing. It like, so I get there at like 8:50. It's very close. Did it? I'm waiting. 9:10. I wait 20 minutes. So I'm waiting more, and I'm getting like irritated. I'm getting irritated because like I'm like, okay. They said 9 at 9:15. Okay, she should have said, hey, like, go. I'm like, I call multiple times, and if like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Apparently, like in theater, and there's like something I learned. They like stalled. They're like, okay, don't expect them to end at the time they say. If like, and I told her, I'm like, I think that's just disrespectful. Because I use the mindset is you should always end on the time you say you're ending for events. Like if you have to do change and like changing and all that, that should be put into the time. And when it doesn't, if I'm like, it's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful to everyone there. And if like the dumbest thing I think theater has. I want to make a video. I genuinely want to make a video of what it like to be a brother of a theater kid. Because literally, this is like the concern I have for it is, I believe in like you should have time management skills. And like, oh yeah, we, like, for example, they ended like yesterday like an hour early for something, and literally like it's like I had to I literally had to take one of them back, and I'm like and I pointed it out. I'm like, I just think it's disrespectful, man. Like again, I believe in time absolutism, which is the idea that what time you end is the time you should probably give someone. So if you end at like 8, you should end at 8, and if you don't, you have to explain why. And it have to be something you cannot control. AKA like a pipe leak. Like a pipe leaking. Which is like valid. Like, oh yeah. But also it's the same reason why, like, I had like a teacher who did that. Who were like a little bit late to all that. But like she finished on time. And I'm like, yeah, I have no issue with that. because I'm not going in and basically trying to fully wait for her and all that. And I had a teacher who will keep rambling for a bit, and I said, look, I can't be in your, and I leave, and I get told why, and I'm like, I have to explain. I'm like, I have like other things, like, because the mindset is, and this is like for people who generally want to work in the fields, you want to put in time absolutism as a factor, because when you don't, it does not save you. Like, if it's like, oh, we're ending at 10, and if like go to 11 or even 10:15, like, yeah, who are your audience? Are there people driving? Because if it is, it doesn't matter. You can, but when you get like people who can't drive and all that, you have to go with near absolute mindset. But like, that's the thing irritates me about. I want to put on Twitter, I want to put this, I want to ask this question, like, hey, quick question for anybody. If a director, say, is that a red flag or green flag? I just want to see, like, because I think it's way more interesting. Okay, I at least want to level up my moves from by 1 level, and I'll probably end at 10, and then I have to do my weeklies to, if you, man, dude, I've been playing more. Okay, I want to talk about this. I've been playing Limits Company a bit more because I've been doing dailies now. Which is the funniest thing, yeah. Because I do weeklies for a lot of games. But like, but I think it's really funny for that. I think also Offkai stuff is, dude, the Offkai update is like the biggest thing I ever saw. Because with that, like, it pretty much all that. It like, because like that, like, I think like I think it like the what I call the I have like so many ideas for videos. I want to have like a presentation stream, but like something I noticed is that a lot of places like Offkai have the really big issue, and I want to talk. This is like actually something I noticed. Oh, I'm taking my shoe for 5 seconds. Boop. Boop. Is a lot of them literally have the issue what I like to call a safety burnout. Basically, a bunch of events do that, by the way. You rarely get like good events, and there is a reason why. Like, Eve, I hit my knee. But for example, like Offkai probably doesn't do it. TwitchCon I know doesn't do it. But how to run the event? If they look at it and they're like, okay, we had successful what I learned, by the way, this is a trick. Over time they get lazy and they pick money routes, and because they believe in safety, not really doesn't matter. It's I'm using the wrong pet. I'm using the hedgehog. I don't want you the hedgehog. I want you this one. But what it is, and I'll use Archive for example. Archive was theoretically successful. Like, any event is successful if they make money. Most event will not say they're successful. Like, because what they do is they do it, and this is the trick I learned when I did events for places, is you never think of them as successful events. And it sounds weird, but the idea is you want to do it where, hey, our event will be dead next year. And that's how you should always view events, is they're dead every single year. Even if they can survive 10 years of controversy, you want to assume that they're dead and you want to pick the safest route. And Offkite didn't, because they were like, oh, we're successful, we're making all that money. You're like, no. Sorry, but you don't do that. You don't do that, Offkite, because even though you may survive next year, there will just be bigger security concerns. And that, like, the issue with TwitchCon is they can run the event and they're like, oh, we make money. And they're like, oh, we will survive the next year. Like, no, you have to assume you are not surviving. And you also have to just think 2% logistically. And a lot of the orgs, and I wish the one we had didn't. Tell me we did with other people in there with budget. We didn't have a guy like this, but what you need is a provocateur. Uh-oh. And the whole thing is, their job is to basically say every issue with every idea you could say. And the idea is, their whole point of their job is, they're not your friends, they will not agree with you, and they will tell you your idea are bad. And by the way, you get I think fee, but they're really good, and they're good for leadership. And literally, because when you have the people, they're like, and how they run it, guess what? They're good for, like, telling people things. I'm actually, before I'm doing that, we're going to go over here. Cocoa, yeah, I'll take that cocoa bean. Pumpkin. No pumpkin, Jacob. Should I do that, Jacob? I don't know. Polished pumpkin, no. Yeah. There's one thing I want to check with that. 700 to just boost the speed up. I'll probably do that. But, like, actual advice is, you want someone who will literally say your idea are terrible, and half of it because they're good at it. Because when you don't have them, is that yeah, I'll probably end after this one. After this row and getting the last two, I'll probably end. Tomorrow, I'll probably most likely do KH. I'm doing KH. Man. The kitty stream, I need to check if I got the recording for. Okay, I want to get the last 3 to at least boost up what I need for this. Sunflower, so I could get over. I could get that salty, or oh, I only need 4 more, so I can get one of these ready. Cool. Yeah. Or should I just do it until I get the... I'll do this row, and then I'll go back to the hub, and I want to check some things. Mainly because... there's like some things I want to sell first. And not even sell, because... we got honey jar, we got... how do I get coins? I want to check who the mayor is at the moment. Okay, 2 days. I also believe Bree has... oh, cool. They only take coins now. That's actually pretty cool. And then... and while we're here, I can just... okay, do I have enough for the personal compactor now? Do I have enough for the... we're 6 away. You... what go with all this? One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. We'll wait for that. Not you. Okay, and then sell that in. That way I got the 7 mil. 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 That way. That way. Oh, I see. Oof. Oh, man. I could do one other grind. Right, let me just put that in there. Let me pull out. Not you. and sword. That's not a cool one. We'll put you in there. And then what? Take you for a bit. I'll do one thing for a bit. Okay, and then you, and then finally you. And what we are going to do is go to Deep Cavern. And we're going to get the 1 HP. And what we're going to do now is just do a little bit more slime hunting. Just for one item I'm going to put on my hedgehog that I was going to anyways. I think it switched, so I'm going to check if, because if it does, I'll just put it on my, did it? Is that going in the, oh no, that's 52. Say hello to the magic find. Say hello to the magic find. Come on. Come on, game. I'll go here and explain what I'm doing. So we go to Bestiary and then go to Deep Cavern and go to here. Slime has a 0.01% chance to get me this. We need 400 to boost 0.01 for the XP share core. I know some other may have it. Like, they technically all have this. I think even Lapis has it. But did my channel, did my thing live on? Okay. But pretty much going for this is an important thing, mainly because, not even because of the 0.01, it gave me some bestiaries. It can do what I really need it, which is kind of getting the overbloom. The Magic Find also pretty good, but I know that they're going to remove Magic Find for the system. So I'd rather not break it like that. And just slowly building this up would be the key. But we definitely need one look. Yeah, this is 4, right? I'm not thinking of an XP share, which they all. Did they moved it. They moved it. Okay. Wait. Being lazy, a lucky clover. Where is it? Where is it? Attain King Care. Fishing. Okay, fishing. Okay, cool. I have fishing armor. I have fishing armor somewhere. Good fishing armor. No, not you. You. Okay, and then it's king carrot and okay, king carrots. Best place to go would be where they have the normal water field. And this is a 0.064% chance. Because if we can get this, we can get the great item. And okay, we need king carrots. Come on, give me lucky clover. It had a 0.66% drop, which means it's a 1%, which means what? I didn't rotate though. Why did I spin? Why did I spin? I love fishing. I love fishing. I love fishing. I hate fishing. I hate. Okay, let me check fishing because big eye sea creatures, basic speak by Lotus. No, not Lotus. Special. A island bestiary have a spawn rate of 5 and has a 0.6% chance of that. And we just need to get one. Anyone we can get, we can basically go in and make. Boosting up the bestiary may also be a good thing just for the overbloom. Again, what pet am I? What pet am I running? I'm running mole. I don't want to run mole. Which is the best pet? Okay, that has a 1.3, 3.1. This have a 6.1, and I don't need to go for a good fishing. Again, because over time, our fishing should increase exponentially. And especially boosting. Hopefully I can get this. I'll do this for at least a couple minutes then. When I have to do it next time. Yeah, I want to know if slug pet good. I haven't looked at the slug pet. for slug and enjoy. Okay, and then I think the idea is we tried to get one. I at least want to get one king. Okay, and then oh cool, I could get a rabbit foot with this. And I'll try to get one more because I genuinely want to get the XP core. Okay. Can we go for the more rabbit? Okay, and then okay, and then I'll do one more until I can get one more rabbit. I genuinely want king rabbits going. Mainly because it's a good pet. It's a good pet to go for. At the moment, getting that so I can get crappies, so then I can get more crappies would be the key. And not only that, it's a good grind to aim for fishing. Let me just put that up there, and let me do one other thing, which is in not 5, not 4, U, and then okay, 1 up. I can read. I can sort of okay, then more fishing until I can get king. I don't know what to use the rabbit foot for. Actually, there is one thing I can use. I could use them for, which is potion making, which will just boost up my ability damage, which again won't change anything. But getting king rabbit may be the goal. So I can aim for more experience. Okay, and then do that. I'll do 5 more times. So this will be the first one. This will be the second one. This will be the third one. there will be the fourth one, and the next one will be the final one. Also, the rabbit only has a 5% drop rate, and this will be the last one. And then our goal is to keep aiming for Rabbit Kings. I'll do one more. Yeah, but I think that will be the goal, and hopefully by Wednesday, by Tuesday, the only way I will... Okay, I'm doing one more. Okay, cool, I missed that. I could get Squid Boot with that. Okay, then I'm doing one more. If I do... Boom. Oof. Okay, this is the last one. Oh, cool. New dolphin. What did they provide? Fishing speed, a grant. It dolphin pack good? Hold on. Okay. Oh no, this is the wiki. I don't want the... I want the other one. Okay. Mm-hmm. 7. Echo the patient. Okay. Okay, I don't think this is good. Oh wait, I have... Like, it may be beneficial to have that, especially if it can go for 7. But I feel like that may be not a good thing to go for. Especially because I could keep going for this until I can get at least another rabbit. Because hypothetically after 100 we can get the overplay. Come on. Also, the issue is there's a 5% off of 0.6. Which, like, just to show, this is a 13. If we go here, go to fishing, we have a 50.9% chance. So every half we get one. And then we have a 5%er. Which means we have a 2.5% to get this. If I'm... And then, even off of that, we only have that much to aim. Okay, and then fan. Okay, this is the final one. And then I know what we have to do if I can get fishing. Mainly just go for this so I can get more so I can get king rabbit, so I can get overbloom, because overbloom is a decent item to aim for. With overbloom, is a decent one. Boosting up probably afterwards my 50 would be the next step, which that involves basically trying to get more sponge, which is going to be a pain. Because the issue is sponge is hard to get, and I need it for sponge armor, so then I could go for shark armor, which gives a 2.5. Oh, cool. The rabbit thing. And that, so we also get with that is enchanted carrots. Is it literally 400 for all that? And not only that, but we have a 25% chance to get rabbits. And is 400 more? I don't think I ever got a rabbit helmet. Let me see if I can put that in the mute. Okay, I already have one. I'm going to sell. Dude, this is going to be the annoying grind for this whole entire thing. Because it's going to end with, hey, we got all that. We have melon, we have this baby. We have to get more unless I know there one. I want to check for one enchantment. Not Zorb, not champion. Champion. This one I may have to go for if I ever. Okay. Grant upgrade tier. Okay, Tux. That may be a good one. Champion. That is a good one. That's a. This is the one I need. That's the one I probably need to put on here. Because you need like 2. But again. Oh wait, there's one thing I want to check. Because. How much a carabay? Okay, I can make 363 of these. I could then pretty much put them all in here and just keep fishing. Mainly just so I can get the clover, which the only reason it's for the 7 overbloom. And I could get the emeralds right now for this. Because that will probably be the other. And right now I need more emeralds to begin with. I think like do I have M? Oh no, that will be mining, right? MBL. What the? Why can I not spell? Oh. M-E-E-R. So we need emerald armor, and we need, which for emerald armor, we need enchanted blocks. So we need to go for this anyways. And I have the one that probably I don't need at the moment, which is U and U. And then I could put U here, and 2 up here, and basically we just go and get the 24 I need. What's this? And we can get the 100, and we can get the 99 emerald and just start upgrading this. Because we're on, so the next one would be, that's the one we're on. This is the one we need after. Then this. And then just this. So we can get full upgrade for that and get some more experience. But we can also just go for the emerald one and basically get 7 overblown. Which again, if that are the 7, so we can get a bit more. But I think 7 overblown may be the best option. Next to probably, I don't know what to do next. Upgrading seal? No, upgrading seal is probably the worst idea. Reindeer is a terrible idea. Is it literally unironically run this so you could get double hook, so you could boost up their sea creature chance for each heart of the mountain level and speed? Yeah, okay, that would probably be the key. And how many did I use here? Okay, so we have more. Our goal is to get at least 1 core. Because we don't need 2, we could just, because it doesn't get deleted, we could put down the hedgehog for the 7. Which then we can use that as selling points. Beside 2. And then we could basically not do anything else for a bit. For mining. Mainly just for the 7 overbloom. Which we probably either will put on my cow. No, probably not on my cow. My cow is sort of good for one thing. But most likely for you, so I can get 19 overbloom. And then move it to the orchid when I need that. And then let me check one final thing before I forget. Oh, let me check the visitor. 3 hot potato. Yeah, I'll take 5 enchanted. Okay, I'm fine with that. Nope. Again, this is going, and we're almost at 250. Again, I could just put in some weaker ones, and then hopefully we can get enough for that.